Hello and welcome to the Court Case Podcast with me, your host, James Court. We've got a jam-packed special episode for you guys today. Schools are upset with Zoella. We're going to get into that. The pedos on TikTok, they're at it again. And in our extended segment, we're going to be taking the Dubai influencers to court. We're getting them in the courtroom with the honourable judges, Sweet T Yates and James Court. We're going to be accusing them of flouting lockdown rules, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. All of that is on the court case, and that's right after a word from our first sponsor. Happy Friday, everybody. You're joined by me, James, and my co-host, as usual, Sweet T.
Hiya.
How are you doing, Sweet T? How are you coping with lockdown this week?
It's taking a bit of a toll, I think.
It is, yeah.
Now it is, yeah.
People are having their odd breakdown, and it's just the grey weather's making it worse. The thing is, the first lockdown, when it was in the middle of summer last year, you could go out for walks in the sunshine, make some cocktails in your garden. There was everyone. Do you remember all the celebrities doing their cocktail making videos?
I know, it was amazing.
Like now it's just dull and grey and no one's doing nothing.
I know, I agree. It's not ideal, is it?
No, but we've got some cool things to rant about. We've got some cool things to discuss on the show today. We're going to get our anger out in great ways. Right.
Love that. I love that.
Especially, I'm very looking forward to the Dubai story, which we'll get to later, because I know you and me are very passionate about that.
And we've got a lot of viewers' comments on it as well, so I'm sure they're excited to hear. We
got loads. I think it's the most responded to question that we've asked.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And my phone just went off, so I'm just going to turn that off, because that was very unprofessional. Speaking of, the audience can't see, but you can see that I'm dressed a bit smarter than usual. That is because I just recorded a behind-the-scenes video, which is exclusive for our new Patreon page. So if anyone is interested in giving us a little bit of support, £5 a month, and you can get some exclusive videos. We're going to roll out, we plan on rolling out exclusive episodes just for Patreon listeners, but we just need subscribers before we can provide that sort of content. So if anyone's interested, head to the link tree in our Instagram bio, and there's a link to join our Patreon page there.
£60 a year, people, for a great podcast.
Is that what it would be? That's not much, is it? £5 a month it's way less than a Netflix subscription.
Yeah, when you break it down, like 60 quid is a lot, but when you break it down £5 every month, like, you know, it doesn't feel like a lot.
No, it doesn't. Especially when, you know, you're on lockdown, you're not really buying much.
I think it'll be worth it. The exclusive content that will be on there will be amazing.
I think it would, and also the more money we get, the more we can pay for cool stuff and make the show
cool collabs and sponsors and equipment.
Yep, and we've got some good collabs planned for the future.
Collabs? Hello?
Collab? Oh, okay. Well, either's fine. But speaking of new stuff added to the show, I've spent the past week sorting out a soundboard like they have on the radio. So if stuff annoys me or it needs a certain reaction or I can't quite do it, I've got a soundboard with interesting quotes and things to, you know, help express. So like if there's...
You sound bloody excited about that.
Sorry, it's because I was trying to concentrate and get it up. But so not get it up, get the soundboard up, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
But so for example, if there's a exciting story coming up, I can do a bit of
hold on to your butts,
right? Get everyone in gear and stuff like that. One of my favorite ones. Where's the Have you heard? I don't know if have you heard of Alex Jones?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've spoken to me about him.
Angry conspiracy man that was on YouTube. It was kicked off, but he has some gorgeous quotes. I don't remember why. I don't remember why he was kicked off. Someone can tell me if anyone knows. But he's hilarious and he does stuff like this.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line.
But anyway, we'll be peppering more of those in later. We will especially be quoting, I don't know if everyone saw, a Dubai influencer went on this morning with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, and she talked and tried to justify why she was taking her home business over to Dubai and why it was essential. And, you know, most of her reasoning boiled down to,
I think in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
which is which is a very sound reasoning.
That just tells us everything. She's
Yeah.
really explained herself there.
That's going to hold up in court. It's going to hold up in court. We'll
you imagine
see.
you stab someone, you're in the courtroom. I think in a world full of anything, you should just be kind. Oh right, yeah, cool. Yeah, you're not gonna go to prison then. That's fine because you're definitely being kind. Killing my nan.
Exactly. Can you imagine if she brings a strain of new strain back of coronavirus to England and it causes about like 10,000 deaths and everyone's railing on her? She just goes, "Yeah, but guys, please be kind, please." It's not going to hold up, is it? But let's get to the first story, okay?
Yeah.
So the first story today is probably the most recent one, and that is Zoella. A name that I've not heard in a while because
Well, I don't think it is Zoella anymore because she's moved past the whole kiddie content. I think she's just Zoe Sugg now.
Because I type in Zoella and just Zoe Sugg comes up.
Yeah, her name is Zoe Sugg, but when she had her YouTube channel, like when she started it, she was Zoella on it.
But interestingly enough, her website, which I'm on at the moment, is still zoella.co.uk, and when she posted this article in question, it says from Team Zoella, so maybe it is still the brand.
I think it's a lot harder to change a name on a website than a YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, but still, she's not my target audience. It's not a YouTuber I've really ever watched. I tried getting into her, I think, husband or boyfriend, Alfie Dares, but I really...
Alfie Days.
Is it Alfie Days? Is that his name?
Yeah, it's not Alfie Dares.
Oh, I said Deus, and that's wrong. Alfie.
Yeah, no, it's Alfie Days.
Alfie Days, and yeah, he didn't really do it for me either. So it's not.
They've come out with a podcast though. I've listened to a couple of episodes. It's not too bad.
Is it better than ours?
So what was the website?
I'll take that as a no. You're on this podcast. You're supposed to go, of course not. Ours is better.
No, of course not, James. Ours is better.
You don't want our audience diverting over to
Zoe
Zoe and
don't
Alfie,
go listen to Alfie Days and Zoe Suggs podcast.
You don't
listen to ours.
You don't want Zalfie. You want
Zalfie.
Sweet James.
No, ew, that's awful.
What would our two-person name be? Jegan?
Jegan? Where did Jegan come from?
James and Tegan.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're saying G, not J.
I don't
But
think...
if we...
I don't think ours can be done.
Oh, shit. This isn't good.
It's okay. It's because our names are great on their own. So Zoe Sugg responds to the exam board dropping Zoella from the GCSE syllabus over sexual content. So, basically, the run of the story is she was on the GCSE syllabus. People were learning about Zoella. I don't know what subject.
Yeah, what
this
the fuck?
comes under. But she released an article on her website about sex toys. And the article, and they said, whoa, 16-year-olds aren't supposed to know what sex toys are. Excuse me? And they struck her from the syllabus.
Which, 16 is of legal age, so I don't understand that at all.
Also, you're supposed to be having sex ed when you're 16, aren't you? So you're supposed to be learning about things like sex toys.
Yeah.
So...
But, women's sex toys and women's... sexual act is very well hidden in society. It's more normal for a man to masturbate over a woman.
Which is ridiculous. We here at Court Case celebrate the female orgasm, and we think that it should be talked about more.
The female self-act.
Yep, exactly. Female pleasure. Oh, okay. So AQA, you probably heard of them. Were your exams AQA?
Bloody love them.
Yeah. Said that the content was deemed unsuitable, with a spokesperson for the exam board explaining that its students are as young as 14.
Okay, and?
Well, the thing is, she's responded. Zoella's responded. And the main thing that I think is interesting from this is that she didn't even know she was on the syllabus to begin with.
No, she didn't.
So she responded and said, where do I even start? Today has been interesting to say the least. I discovered that the GCSE syllabus was using the Zoella website as part of their curriculum. I was then told it had been dropped. I'm not sure how one is dropped when one didn't know that they were even involved. As some parents complained, as we had posted an article listing the best sex toys for 2021, and apparently this is absolutely disgusting that the 16-year-old should even be graced with such horror. She said.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, that's what Zoella said. So she's clearly being sarcastic. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah, no, I know.
horrible
Clearly, someone else has said that, and she's like using their words.
Yeah, that's what I think. So she explained the purpose of the website is it's a team of women who all share a joint passion for other women. So, things I wish I'd known as a team myself. It was all on an Instagram post, and I mean, she looks happy with the attached photo. She seems okay with it. She doesn't seem to be as popular as I thought she'd be.
Who?
Zoella.
Why? What makes you
'Cause
say that?
This Instagram post that she's posted has only got 400,000 likes.
Oh my God, James.
No, I'm sorry, but I thought she was like one of the top people on YouTube. I thought she was like just under PewDiePie.
I mean, I think she was. I don't know if she is anymore. Like I when I was in school, everyone was watching her. I don't think I know anyone who watches her anymore. But what was I going to say? Yeah, likes, like the whole algorithm on Instagram has completely changed. So likes don't even matter anymore. It's whether you save the image that's more like important to the post.
I think that's so dumb. I don't understand.
It is fucking dumb, yeah.
Like, I never save pictures. That's weird.
No, I don't.
And also,
I do not want anyone saving a picture of me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. You'd be pretty creeped out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, someone needs to talk.
The only thing that I save is like, fitness techniques or food recipes.
Yeah, ridiculous. She said that our main demographic is women aged 25 to 35, and naturally, as I've got older, my audience has grown up too. That's what you were telling me yesterday.
Yeah.
When we were planning this show, you said that her audience is going to have grown up with her.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and the things I want to share or shine a light on have naturally aged up to suit my lifestyle alongside the rest of the team. So she's just also said in this that AQA clearly didn't research the website. They would have seen that the content was much more mature. We have written about masturbation before, period sex, revenge porn, and fertility, just as a small example.
So basically, they've got a problem with talking about the female natural cycle, female natural body.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't, like, what the fuck? So women are just meant to hide behind and pretend that they don't experience anything.
But what I find... Yeah, I know, but what I find abhorrent is that AQA didn't even look at the website before they put on the curriculum. If they'd scrolled down, they would have seen there was already topics about sex. So they've just...
For God's sake.
You need to research...
Also, why the hell was she on the curriculum anyway? I don't understand. Why would we be sitting there learning about a YouTuber in school?
Yeah.
I want to be learning about taxes, not a fucking YouTuber.
She said, although we don't aim our content at teens, I don't think it's a bad thing that it's there for them to read it all, and these media articles are just perpetuating the fact that female pleasure is something that we should feel ashamed of, the very reason we write about it in the first place. But she's got an overwhelming support, and she said, Zoella, we're going to prove that women do masturbate and female pleasure is a thing, even if we're shamed and dropped, in quotation marks, for speaking about it. So,
yeah, 100%. And I completely stand by that, because I don't see why we're not allowed to talk about it. I don't see why it's not already known.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
And like, when you're in school, you're like, oh, men masturbate. But as soon as a woman, like, I remember there was a rumor going around when I was in school about a girl who was masturbating, and that's just so normal nowadays to hear that. But back then, everyone was so like, they were obsessed with this room. It was like, oh my God, they would go up to this girl and ask what it was like. They would be like, it was just ridiculous. And then if a guy was, oh yeah, I had a cheeky wank last night, no one would even blink twice.
That's so strange to me. Like, what was it like? Go home and find out. Don't ask me. That's so strange. But
I know. It should be so like I just feel like when women do it, they're made to feel ashamed of themselves, and they're made to feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh God, why did they do that? I feel dirty. When it really isn't the case. Like, a man doesn't feel like that afterwards. So why do women?
Yeah, well, to be fair, you can get post-nut shame.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously that. But I mean,
but
that's to a different extent.
yeah, but also I agree. I think it's mad that in this day and age it's still frowned upon when it's literally it's touching your own body, which we all have one. Why?
I know. It literally is so weird. It's like, who has deemed this as like offensive or wrong or anything like that? Like, it's just baffles me, honestly.
I know, but because to fully show that we're in support of Zoella, and our verdict for this case is that Zoella's in the right and this exam board is in the wrong, I've got her article up. And if anyone is interested in the best sex toys for women to spice up your life in 2021, please head over to Zoella. She's talking about stuff such as the 3-speed bullet vibrator, which is only £5 on a Hand Summers. It's quite small. It's about this big. Oh, well, that doesn't help. This is an audio podcast. It's about the size of the palm of your hand, basically. And it says, if that's your first foray into self-pleasure, then first of all, congratulations and happy girth day. You're about to reach a whole new level of introspection.
I'm like this is amazing. Like the fact that it's 2021 and this hasn't already been like there probably has been articles and there has been women talking about it. But this is so big. Most people know about it, and like most people know Zoella. Like, why is it now in 2021? Is it becoming talked about and there's articles and it's getting more normalized? Like, it's taken so long.
Yeah.
For people to be like accepting that this is a thing that happens.
There's a sex toy on this article that I've never seen before in my life. It's called a Dame Fin, and it looks very interesting. I can't, just from looking at it, I can't figure out how it would work.
Oh, right.
It's a Dame
I can't
Fin.
see, so I can't even explain it to you.
Oh, yeah, so you won't be able to see. Okay, well, we'll move on. There's a normal vibrating wand. You've got a duo rabbit. Some of these are expensive. This one from Love Honey is $179.99.
Oh my god! Okay, that is the mental to me. Like, why is it so expensive?
Just buy that. The bullet vibrator is a £5 from Amazon from Ann Summers. Just get that one. There's one called the Fireman. That's £39. There's one that's a high performance that I think has an app that comes with it. And there's one called the Frenchman. There's a lot.
An app? Oh my god.
Yeah, best
that's
for.
New.
Oh, there's one that's for hands-free use. It's called the Eva 2, and a woman would put it down there, and it stays down there, and you can have hands-free.
Whoa,
yeah.
That is mental. I've never knew about that.
That will set you back £135 for that new innovative technology.
Oh my god, that's a hefty price.
This is quite an extensive article. There's quite a lot of them on here.
Well, we will come back to that later then, James.
Yeah. Yeah, sure thing. We've got some cool stories next. I do want to talk about the story that you put me on to, the TikTok boys. We've got, what are their names? The Lopez boys?
Yeah, Lopez boys, the brothers.
Yep, up to no good again.
These white men are dangerous.
And and why are they dangerous? We're gonna get.
Why are they dangerous?
We're gonna get to it just after this word from another one of our sponsors. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well, keeping safe, staying in their own country. We have got a serious article coming up now. Like, it's disgusting. I remember we spoke before about a female TikToker, wasn't it?
Zoe Laverne.
Zoe Laverne. She was talking, and was she doing stuff with or just talking to a 13-year-old
I can't
boy?
remember. I believe that she kissed him, yeah.
And she's what, 21?
In her 20s, yeah?
Right. Okay, well, we have got even worse. Well, not even worse. It's basically the same sort of thing. We've got two famous TikTokers, the Lopez boys, Tony and Andreas. I find it very strange that they just sort of did one brother a sort of normal name.
Oi, I said this to you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, nicking my line.
Sorry. Well,
it's okay.
You're going to be given the majority of the story in a minute. Because you discovered it for me. And then I went and I did a bit of background research, watched a bit of H3H3, a bit of pains me to say it, but I watched Keemstar's Drama Alert to get the info. That guy. I wish I had
I've never watched him before in my life, and when he sent it to me yesterday, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Oh yeah, and you sent the Drama Alert video to me, and I was like, "Oh no, Keemstar."
Yeah, who's this?
Oh, he's such a prick. But he's he had a big feud with H3H3, Ethan and Ela last year. I think it was last year. It was a big thing, and he's a bit of a dick. But anyway, he's not what we're talking about. We don't have time to talk about Keemstar today. We're going to be talking about the Lopez boys. And so why is it that they're in the news today, T?
Well, we know that Tony Lopez was chatting up a 13-year-old, I believe 13-year-old, someone underage anyway, chatting up to a girl underage, and he got sued and kicked out of this, like, those stupid cults that are in America, those like Sway House and Hype House. He got kicked out at one of those.
Okay.
And then he befriended a girl on TikTok who's actually his age. And I think they were living together whilst he got kicked out, and all this court case stuff was going on.
Court case.
Haha. And and yeah, so I don't actually know the end verdict of that. To be fair, I've chosen to not follow it because I just think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason everyone found out because the girl who was 13, she posted it all over her TikTok because they were texting on Snapchat or something like that.
Yep.
And then his brother, who is, I believe, 3 or 4 years older than him.
Okay.
So like he's 23.
Yeah.
He was dating Hannah Stocking. Some of you may know that name. She was on Vine and she does YouTube, and now she's on TikTok.
Yeah.
They were dating for not even 6 months, I don't think. And they moved in together during like the lockdown and the pandemic times. And they literally just broke up the other day because he got outed on TikTok for talking to a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So it runs in the family.
It does. Yeah, she's deleted every picture of them together off her Instagram and off her on videos from her TikTok. And I think she's unfollowed him, or at least
Yeah, no, she has. She's unfollowed him on TikTok at least. I probably would have done on Instagram, but I just couldn't be asked to check, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You were right, he is 23. And the TikTok user that posted the first video about this thing is called Saint Baby. They had no previous videos, and they began posting a series of clips regarding the accusations on this Tuesday just gone.
I don't get why, like, if he was in a relationship, I don't get why he threw that all away to talk to a 14-year-old girl.
I don't understand why they risk it. I do not understand.
I really don't.
It's really strange to me. You're someone in the limelight. Why would you even think about it? I just do not get it.
It's disgusting. It is so disgusting.
And so the first video, which you saw yesterday, is there's a woman, which is apparently the 14-year-old's mum, speaking on the phone to Lopez, and he acknowledges that the girl's a minor and that he could go to jail. And,
yeah, he does say, doesn't he?
Yeah, the woman says, you know what can happen to you? And he says, I do. And she says, you can end up in jail. And he says, I do realise that. Online people have been condemning the TikToker and recalled recent similar accusations against his brother Tony Lopez, which we know. Some people have raised doubts about the authenticity of the allegations, but I mean, I don't know, we've got no proof at this point, but he's getting the comments on his videos. It's brave of him to keep comments on.
Oh my God, yeah.
He is getting...
Oh my God.
He is getting
like,
seriously...
I don't get why. Like, I know people shouldn't hate and stuff like that. So, like, but they're verified, right? Mm-hmm. And as soon as you hear me, anyway, as soon as I hear this type of news, if I'm following the person, straight thing I would do is unfollow them, because I don't want anyone to see that I'm associating myself with some sort of paedophile. Whether it's true or not, I will remove myself in that situation straight away. So why has he still got so many followers and likes on video? Baffles me. Do you know what I mean, though? Yeah.
Worse, something I didn't know. The woman who made the accusation on TikTok also showed a screenshot of an Instagram message she sent to Hannah Stocking. And she said, just thought you should know, a part of the message says, and they gave us alcohol when they knew we were under 21.
Oh my God.
Hannah Stocking uploaded a photo on Instagram late Tuesday night when all these come out of her crying.
I feel really bad for her.
I feel bad for her as well. I think it's disgusting. She was cheated on, and also the guy's a pedo. But the thing that this highlights for me is, obviously, you got me into TikTok early on in relationship. I never had the app. You Got It Into would sit in bed, would look at TikToks together. I think originally when I downloaded it, I was very skeptical. I was like, this is just going to be Musically part 2 where people are just miming quotes and it's going to be cringy and annoying. But I've come to realise it's now a part of my daily routine. You can find loads of interesting videos of people doing creative things.
There's a learn section on there now. So
Now-
there's the For You page, the following, and the learn section, which I think is quite good.
There's a learn section, like you just said. There's people doing cooking, there's musical artists doing these cool things where they duet with other people and make a song together and stuff. It can be really creative and you can get some really good content on there now. But
those people that you've just listed there are the type of people that I want to see verified, not these fucking paedophile brothers that are going, I just can't.
The problem with this app and what is different from YouTube is TikTok is now showing that there is a very, very dark side to this app, along with the good stuff. Because if you go back into the history of when YouTubers have had stuff this bad, for example, if you remember, I think it was 2017 or 18, Logan Paul with the whole suicide forest.
Oh my God,
As soon as that came out, YouTube made a statement. YouTube stopped his advertising for a while. He had to come out and make an apology. Similar things when PewDiePie said the N-word in one of his streams. He had similar consequences. He had to deal with that. Whenever stuff like this comes out in the news about the TikTokers, TikTok says nothing. They don't make statements. They don't make tweets. These TikTokers don't seem to have any professional or monetary punishment for any of these allegations that come out. And I think it's because TikTok is owned by like China or something, and I don't know how much they have to do with the American, UK, or like Western content creators. I don't know, but
they literally, when they hear that, they just need to remove them off the app. Even if it's just for a week to find out if it's true, get them off it as soon as possible.
TikTok needs to start showing accountability for having these people on the app, because
it's so disgusting.
It's giving the app a bad name, because every headline with these Lopez brothers in, it's TikTok star Lopez. It's TikTok star Zoe Laverne. Their company surely is getting dragged through the dirt for this stuff of this. And what's even worse is that YouTube is sort of an app for everyone, but TikTok is for everyone, but it's very geared towards a younger audience most of the time.
Yeah.
And so it's like a pedo's wet dream, that app, because it's so easy to find young people doing slightly inappropriate content on that app as well.
100%, yeah.
And it's just, then they need to start putting age restrictions in place. They need to start making people like the Lopez brothers be accountable for their actions and address things. And it's like, here's another thing, right? I don't remember the last time I saw someone upload an apology to TikTok. I've seen them go on their own Instagram pages and apologise, make statements on their Twitters. I've never seen someone actually go on their...
I have.
Oh, you have? Oh, okay.
Remember that girl who on TikTok, I sent it to you, she went to Dubai and in her video was like, I just want to do a quick apology on here to apologise for Dubai. But literally, like, your length of video on there is a minute, love, so...
It was the most insincere thing. Oh, yeah. Christ, I remember that. Jesus. But yeah, TikTok's got a big problem, and that's something that really needs addressing.
Yeah.
Sadly. Yeah, I don't know what all you guys think. If any of you guys have opinions on that, please tell us. Please.
Hopefully it's the right opinion.
Yeah. Oh my God, when you go on Tony and Andrea's Twitter, the replies, the people that are in support of these guys.
I know.
They're like,
I know.
Don't listen to the haters. Like, you can get through this. Stay positive. And it's like, you're replying to a paedophile. Like, what are you doing? Why are you supporting someone like this? The worst one, did you see the reply? I don't know if you saw it. There was this one young girl that had got on this app that's you can put your photo and a photo of someone else and see what your babies would look like.
Stop.
Yeah, and she'd reply and be like, look, I put this photo of us together. This is what our children would look like.
Oh my God, you're literally fueling them.
Yeah.
They're loving that. That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. It's awful, isn't it? What are you going to do? Like, it's so disgusting. And they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it. I just don't understand it. I don't like it.
It makes me so goddamn mad.
Yeah, and just what's important is.
I think in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
And yeah, we got to be really kind to these TikTokers and just let them get away with it. It's very important.
They're clearly being so kind to all ages in this matter.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really thinking about their audience so much that they're messaging them when they shouldn't be. But,
we shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh.
No, but we move. Okay, that's
yeah, we move. It's happened. We move.
yeah, right. So we're going to move on to our final big topic of the episode, and this is probably the one that's going to take the most amount of time to talk about. We've got a lot of things to say. We've got a lot of people's responses to go through, because it's not just us talking about it. We have got what I'm going to call a jury. We've got a full jury of people responding from our social media that have opinions on that, and that is the Dubai influencers and the fact that they're all been going away. Some of them, now that it's now illegal to travel to Dubai, there's some that are now stuck in the country, and I really want to talk about that. We're going to get to that. Are you ready, Sweet Tea?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I've noticed that all of 3 of our topics have been about influencers.
Yeah, we have. It's the big influencer episode.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, we're not obsessed. It's just what's in the news.
So all of that. So we're going to get right to that just after this. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to the big meat of the show. We're going to talk to the bit that me and Sweet Tea, to be fair, we're very passionate about. And
we've already spoken about this way too many times.
So many times. We talk about it a lot, and not just us. Our audience has been extremely passionate about it as well. Like I said at the start of the show, I think this is probably our most responded to topic that we've ever asked for people's opinions on. So I am looking forward to getting to that. But we'll talk about the main meat and the main story first and give everybody info and things like that. So what we're talking about is, you've probably seen it on the news, all of these influencers that have been flouting the lockdown rules, using the small loopholes that they can to get themselves over to countries like Dubai, the Bahamas, the Maldives, and to just sun it up, claim that it's, work, take some pictures for, some companies, and just enjoy the sunshine, while all of us are here out of work, on furlough. I've cancelled 3 holidays myself, for example, that I've not been able to go on.
Well, I mean, some have been cancelled for you. It's not like you've had to cancel them.
Which, in my opinion, that's slightly
worse. That's worse.
Yeah.
No, that is worse. That's why I'm saying it, because, you've been taken away even the opportunity to go.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's been, basically, as of, I think, the day before yesterday, it is now hold fast illegal to go on holiday. New government rules, whereas it wasn't before. It was heavily advised that you don't, and everyone, was basically government rules where you can't, but now it's just it's totally illegal.
Yeah.
There's been a new ad campaign by the government saying, go on holiday, it's currently illegal, stay at home, save lives, the standard thing. And there's an article here saying that influencers are facing backlash for jetting off to Dubai, and we're just basically here to ask the question, is it right for them to get this backlash? What does other people think? I mean, yeah. What are your initial thoughts, Steve?
My initial thoughts is there's people out there that can go abroad and not, in these times, and don't feel guilty for it.
Yeah, that's
the thing that alone baffles me, because if I went abroad, naturally, yes, everyone wants to post about it when they're abroad. It's just a society that we're in. But if I went abroad right now, knowing all the stuff that I know and the effects that it could have on people, I would feel so goddamn guilty.
Yeah.
And I just can't believe that there is people out there that they feel guilty, or do they? I mean, I'm from their responses to this that they don't.
Yeah, the one that my stance is, it pisses me off greatly. It really annoys me that I've unfollowed most of the influencers I know. It just, when you see, not even just because I can't go on holiday and I'm annoyed that I can't go and they're doing it, the fact that you've got these people, these NHS workers, that are literally not even having a weekend off, and are working constantly to try and battle this virus. And you've got these influencers that are just going and taking breaks, flouting rules, and then when they try to explain it, they're like, some of them are even like, "Oh, we need a break. It's hard being an influencer," and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah, your industry is taking photos or dancing in front of a camera.
yeah, and you can't do that at home.
No, you can't do that at home. You can't chillax. Like, there's literally nurses. Oh my God, like the shit that they go through every day.
The worst one, in my opinion, was that Amber from Love Island. What's her surname? Amber what?
Amber Rose Gill? Gill, yeah,
Oh,
Gill.
Amber Rose Gill. When it went from tier 4 to or it was like tier 3 to tier 4, or tier 4 to lockdown.
It was tier 4 to lockdown, I'm pretty sure.
She did that story where she was like, "Oh, up, I better go," and then she literally
she fled the country within an hour.
Yeah, and it's
like one that already shows power and money.
Yeah,
and lack of consideration to others.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I just think it's awful. Also, if we're comparing it, right, the thing that I don't understand, okay, is this is these guys' career, okay, is to do this, is to go to these countries or do these adverts for these companies and take these photos. That's how they get money. I understand that, right? But a huge thing about being a part of a company or running a business or being the spokesperson for something is PR, is public relations. So if we go back to Zoella's topic at the start, she had this thing where she's been dropped by this exam board, okay, for the sex toys thing. Now, as soon as that came out in the news, she would have had a meeting with her PR person, and they would have decided, look, for your image, we think it's better if you choose to stand fast on this sex toy thing because it's what your audience is about, so that's what you'll come out and you're going to say. It wouldn't have just been a decision just by her.
Oh, no,
right?
God, no.
So what I don't understand is if they are running a business, why are they running their business at the moment and not thinking a fucking minute on their PR? Because they're going to these countries and it's awful PR for their company because they're going there and all of their fans are just shitting on them because they're there. And like, so how is that going to help them sell shit? Like, it from a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense. So
yeah, because people have lost so many followers from this. So like, realistically, them going away because they're an influencer, well, what have you gained from going away? Because you've only lost.
You're losing influence because people are unfollowing, and it's like, and that makes it worse when they use work as an excuse, because then you're saying, well, your work isn't working, like it's not working because people aren't buying, people aren't happy, and your business is just getting absolute shat on because you're getting awful.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It is pure selfishness through and through, and it pisses me off. No, I don't know why I censored myself. It pisses me the fuck off, right? And I'm just gonna say it, okay? I'm just where this one? Where is he?
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line.
They all have, all right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
They have.
And
like, it's the ones where they have done response videos. Like, there's that one that did the response video on This Morning, and Noah Beck's response video I think is the best response video I've ever seen.
Yeah,
as in it's the worst.
Yeah, he was like he
literally said it is what it is, and then he said if I offered a fan that was shitting on me going to the Maldives or wherever it was to come out with us, they would say yes in a heartbeat. It's like, oh, okay, so you are just admitting that you have got power and money and a status that you could, that you can abuse this situation to make other people agree with you. Mm-hmm. It's disgusting.
And we're having different strains of the virus popping up throughout the country. Who's to say that they haven't been brought back by these influencers coming back from their countries?
Well, I mean, probably, because those are the only people that I have seen fleeing the country.
Yeah. Exactly.
I fortunately don't know any friends that have fled the country, and if I did, it would be a very awkward topic.
I'm sad to say there's a couple on my Instagram feed, one of which I have unfollowed. Yeah, and I know it pissed me off, and I was just like, I'm not. Well, yeah,
like, I mean, we do know people personally that have lost their life to COVID, and people that are struggling with COVID, and we know some people that are working in the NHS field that are struggling to cope with the effects of, you know, loads of people coming in and
Yeah.
how hard their job is at the moment.
And you get these disgusting people that are just like, oh, well, it's only the old people that it's really affecting and that are dying off and stuff from it anyway. But then that's not true because, for example, that YouTuber Jackmate brought out a video recently where he covered this topic, and he said that a young girl from his school that worked at the post office across the street has just died from it.
Yeah, and they're the same age, and like I think Jackmate's in his 20s.
Yeah, late 20s, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just...
That's so young.
I know. It's awful. And we have gone to our listeners, as well as some other places, to get opinions. I think I wanted to go to the Facebook ones first, because they were the ones that, surprisingly, some of them didn't agree with us.
Yeah, and this is the thing. So we're a part of a Facebook group of a place where we live, and people post all the news and gossip going around in the area. And normally, when you make a post, I've made a post in there before, and my post was a positive post, and I got backlash.
Yeah.
Whereas James's post was, you know, just a general, people aren't doing the right thing. What do you guys think about it? So we could talk about it on our podcast.
Yeah.
And we got the complete opposite response to what we were expecting, because normally everyone in that group is so negative and quick to judge that for them to turn around and be like, oh yeah, you know, we're fine with it, was so surprising.
Most towns that you live in will have a Facebook page with this sort of stuff in. It's normally called, like, whatever the town name is, Matters, or wherever that town is, Community Board. People post sort of stuff they found. It's normally people, like, posting things that they're annoyed at, like taking pictures of dog poo and being like, who's not picked it up, and that sort of thing.
Stupid stuff like that.
Some of the responses are hilarious. To be honest, I only ever go on Facebook to go on pages like this because you find some gold. You find some
gossip, don't you?
Gold gossip. But anyway, I posted on there just because I wanted to see. Normally it's middle-aged people that are in these groups, and our audience doesn't really skew middle-aged too much. So we went on the Instagram for our audience, and I went on here to try and get a different sort of take. And I said what people thought, and some, like the top comment, which has gotten 5 likes, someone's just put, fair play to them. If you're young, carefree, and have the money, then why on earth would you stay in this miserable country at the moment? And it's just, I was so surprised that comments like that were appearing at the moment, especially when so many people are complaining about the, in lockdown and not doing anything. Do what they want. Literally couldn't care less. Just hope they don't bring a different strain back with them. Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, that first comment, what he's saying is right, but not in this respect of flying away during a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we're young, yes, we're carefree, and yes, we need to, live our teenage lives the best as we can. But sometimes, you got to respect the fact that it's on hold for the benefit of the others,
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, none of my business what they are or aren't doing. Cannot believe how this shite has got man turning against man. Well, it's like, it's not man turning against man, because, I don't know, it's really...
I mean, well, it is. And I get what he's saying, like, man is turning against man. But that is because... if you think about it, they are already turning against us by flying away and bringing back different variants, possibly not, pointing fingers.
Yeah.
But, could potentially be adding to the pressure of the NHS by, giving other people COVID and stuff like that. So they're already man against man by going away and being inconsiderate and doing whatever they think is right for them, because they're not thinking about anybody else. So his comment, yes, it's going man against man, but they started it. If we're going to actually be like that.
Yeah, we're supposed to be having this, the whole country, I mean, you can argue whether he's done a good job or not, but Boris has been trying to give this image of we're all in this together. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that literally goes exactly against that image that we've been trying to stay a hold of, and it's just it's bloody frustrating.
Well, it's embarrassing because, like, it is literally, like, most influencers are in this country that I've seen do it. A few in America, like I mentioned, Noah Beck, and I don't actually know where Sheridan is from, but like most of them have been British influencers, like Love Island and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just baffles me that, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah. My auntie commented, said, "Hey James, I'd love to be in Dubai." And it's like, yes, yes, we all would be, like, but we can't. But yeah, no, I agree. And I just replied to her and said, "Yeah, I'm on my 3rd cancelled holiday. Like, I can't."
You like to
can't get away with it.
claim that, don't you?
I do, because I'm fucking pissed off. They go wherever they want. There was literally, was it Molly May or Tommy Fury that literally went from Dubai to the Maldives or to the Bahamas and then home? Or did
Well, I know. Actually, I think they actually went home in between. I can't remember.
which one of those is worse?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
They're both the
fucking
same.
annoying. It's ridiculous. Someone put, "I would love to go to Dubai, but I wouldn't feel safe on any public transport. Roll out the vaccines in the whole world first, maybe next year." I mean, it's not really. That's just saying personally what they would love to do. That's not really commenting on the influencers.
No.
There was one. I think there was 1 or 2 people gave opinions similar to us. India, someone called India, put, "Definitely think it's unfair that they flaunted it. Knowing how many people would love a holiday right now, they clearly haven't properly thought it through beforehand. They've chosen to be influencers, so they need to positively influence."
Yeah, the only influence I like at the moment is from Love Island is Dr. Alex. He's doing it right. He's an NHS nurse and he's influencing people to stay home, save lives.
Yeah.
And he's working his fucking arse off.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I've seen those posts of him, and he should be all over bloody. He should be. Getting
He
so much more
deserves his
response.
platform.
He does, because he's using it well. That shocked me. Yeah, the whole comments in that Facebook shocked me. But luckily, when we went on the Instagram, there was a lot more responses similar to what we were thinking. So if we can get some of those up.
I mean, I don't really need to go through them all, but basically the majority of people were saying that going to Dubai is definitely not essential. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling them self-absorbed, saying it's bullshit, fucking diabolical, disappointed and angry. They are just being selfish and putting others at risk.
Yeah.
Abusing their rules and power. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
True.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And where was my favourite one? My favourite one is someone just commented, "Inconsiderate cunt holes," which that perfectly encapsulates what we're feeling. But I feel like the influencers, they wouldn't be very happy with that.
I think in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
And that's not very kind, is it?
I think some can argue, yes, that we are jealous. Okay, yeah, we are, honey. Of course we are. Like, everyone wants to go away. And when you are away and you say, "Oh, there's not that many people there, so we probably didn't impact that many people's lives." Well, why the fuck is there not many people there? Because it's not allowed. Why is there such a minority of people going away? Because it's not allowed. So yes, of course we're jealous, because like James says, 3 holidays have been cancelled for him.
Yeah.
He likes to, promote that as much as possible.
Not 2, 3.
Oh my God. And I am a travel fanatic. I love traveling. I want to see the whole world. I mean, who the fuck doesn't? And of course I'm jealous. Like, that's such a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, when someone responded, but to be honest, I think the people who hate on it are just jealous. I was ready to bloody throw my phone.
Those are fucking fighting words. Excuse me.
I was so annoyed.
Like, it's just, that is being inconsiderate, because yes, of course we are jealous, and yes, of course not everyone can afford mentally and financially to just fuck off out the country.
Also, that's the thing. Even if you can afford it, your average man or woman is not allowed to go on it. And I think that's another thing it's definitely pissed me off, because I managed to save up money and scrounge and save up so I had cash to go on these holidays, and I was not allowed to go on them, yet they've managed to tweak and find little loopholes and just get past it and go on their holidays and do what they want. And I think that's the thing, because when people reply and be like, "Well, if you could do it, then you would," and it's like, well, yeah, but like, it's they're like, "Oh, if you had the money and you could do it, you would." Well, yeah, but I had the money, I'd saved up the money, like, but they weren't letting me. So it's not a case of, it's a case of like upper class rich people are getting treated differently than working class people, and it's not it's not fair and it's not right.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not saying that if I've still got the money, I still wouldn't, like, I don't know how to word this. I'm getting too frustrated, but it's just it's annoying,
Yeah, I agree.
And if anyone wants a definitive verdict from court case, if this was an actual courtroom and not a metaphorical podcast, they would be going to jail because Judge James would have rapped the gavel down and said, "Off to prison, you bastards." You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
They need to be set an example of. I don't know how the government could do it, but they need to be set an example of, frankly.
Yeah. I mean, like, if people think that we're wrong, then that's fine. Everyone has different opinions, clearly, hence why there's people flying out. And we're not here to make enemies, but I just, I like to think about other people before I make a decision. And if I went away, I would be more upset about the fact that I can't actually legally go around my nan's house and my granddad's house and give them a hug, but I'm deciding to go abroad. Like, it's not really fair for people to be like, "Oh, you would go away if you could." It's like, well, no, I wouldn't actually. I personally wouldn't put myself in that situation, but I am different. So everyone's different.
That's a whole other layer that I've forgot to even bring up. It's not even the fact that people like you and me aren't allowed to go away to these other countries. It's the fact that I can't even see you in the flesh for more than an hour for a walk in my own country, and they're going and doing whatever they want. And it's like when Molly and Tommy Fury went away to Dubai or whatever. Not only have they gone to another country, they're bloody all over each other, enjoying themselves in the hotel rooms, being all nice and
they
coupley.
do live together.
I don't care. I want to be. I want to be coupley, and I want to go and do those sort of things. And we're trying to be good, and we've had to move our podcasts to virtually instead of you round here doing it in the studio with me. And we're all having to take these sacrifices, and they're not taking any, and it's atrocious. And if any influencers are listening and want to come on the show, feel free. Our business email is in our Instagram bio. It's courtcasepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to email in your agent or you, and if you want to come on the show, this isn't a joke. I would love to get you on, and I would love to berate you for a solid hour about this.
Oh my God.
It would be my genuine pleasure.
I don't think anybody's gonna do that.
What I would love for them to happen, right? They come on the show, they give their thing, and then be like, "Well, to try and make you feel better, we've just dropped off a ticket for you and Sweet Tea to go to the Maldives for the weekend." And then I would just get it on camera, I'd rip it up in front of their faces.
It's like the Ellen show when they get someone on that's like, "Oh, don't worry, we've got you a ticket to the Bahamas for 10 weeks. So if that's what they're gonna do, if that's what they actually think that we want out of this rant, then you're clearly not listening to us. I will not go away until it's legally allowed to, and until I feel comfortable that I won't be bringing back any variants, and I won't be killing my fucking family."
Didn't you show me an article on these influencers that have found somewhere other than Dubai? Because
I think there's only a few places that, obviously not now because it's illegal, but there's a few places that you could go to because it's not as high cases and people are vaccinated. I don't really know the reasons, but Mexico is now a place that people are going to. But I don't. They're not British. They're American people that are going to Mexico.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, I think we've put our thoughts to rest there. I think everyone that's listening is abundantly clear on where we stand in the matter. I think, as the influencers have said, be kind. And the best way to be kind is to stay home and do your bit and do your hours exercise. Try not to go on holiday. If any influencers listening, I'm not going to lie. Also, one thing, if they want good PR, I'm sorry, but if one of these influencers, one that hasn't gone to Dubai yet, has puts a post up promoting staying at home and promoting doing things at home, I feel like that would have a very positive impact right now, because they would get the whole, you're not like the other influencers. This is sick.
Yeah.
So I feel like more need to do that. More need to get on the Dr. Alex bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
And get on top of that, because I don't.
Yeah. Well, a few celebrities have lost loads of followings from it, haven't they? Like we said. So
yeah, that guy from Love Island. What was his name? Anton.
He lost loads.
14,000 or something.
That's mental. Whereas those 14,000 that unfollowed Anton could be following Dr. Alex.
They could be following Dr. Alex or the Court Case podcast.
The
You
people that are actually making a difference, you know.
Yeah, speaking of...
I have a lot of respect for Dr. Alex, to be fair.
I do as well. I'd like to get him on the show, but he's too busy trying to save lives in the hospital, doing what he should be doing. But
We should get him on and get his verdict on it all.
yeah, no, that's what I said. But I'm saying that he's too busy saving lives. So
Oh, right, yeah.
on. If anyone does want to follow our Instagram, it's at Court Case Podcast.
So
Please
you can
do.
add future opinions on topics.
Yes, we do regularly post to the story because we are very interested in what the audience is thinking and what their thoughts are.
Yeah, we want to get them involved.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. I love audience interaction. And it's one of the reasons I enjoy doing this podcast. So I do want to keep that up. We have reached the end of our time on the podcast now. I feel a lot better now. I've gotten my anger out and had a bit of a rant.
That's good.
My endorphins have gone up a little bit. Sometimes, some people eat chocolate and they feel better. Some people go for a run. I like to rant about something that's pissing me off, and it makes me feel a lot better.
James suppresses his emotions until the podcast.
Yeah, and I just go to town on something. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys agree with what we're saying. And I hope, you guys tune into more podcasts. Remember, we've got a Patreon now. Please consider going to that on the link tree in our bio on Instagram and subscribe to that for some more exclusive content like behind the scenes videos and exclusive episodes. Please check out all of our sponsors' content. And, we'll see you guys next week for another jam-packed episode. Hopefully, we won't be having to talk about stuff like this. Hopefully, we'll be talking about more interesting stuff, like weird animals doing things that we didn't think they did, and like strange relationship stories. Because
I think we've got a guest on next week, haven't we?
I don't think it's next week. I think
Sam.
Sam Pearce. Yes, I'm yet to ask him, but I'm sure it will be a yes. But we'll get Sam Pearce on, who has been on before, and he does our lovely
we did
jingles.
record a trio with him once, and it never got uploaded. So we're basically going to try and do that again.
Yeah, we will do. And he's a music maestro, so his audio should be impeccable, which is nice. But yeah, hopefully I'll ask him over the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll get him on for the next recording. But
if this is the first he's heard on the Friday's episode, then hiya Sam, you're coming on.
No, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, everyone is staying safe and keep tuning in. We really appreciate it. The podcast, we're really happy with how far it's going at the moment. We're getting more audience and more followers in leaps and bounds. I'm really excited for the future. We've got some cool stuff planned. Whoop. And so please just keep on listening and keep on tuning in. And we will see you guys all next week.
Adios.